What is going on, everybody? Welcome over here to the channel. So today we start episode 2 of Fields to Fortune series. Before we begin, I want to give a shout out to Farm Sim Universe. He's another YouTuber. He's really been helping me out lately, and I think you guys should go check out his channel. But shout out to you, my guy. I appreciate your help. He also gave me the idea, because our weeding contract kind of went to crap, is to, since we did the whole field and then some, we're going to reimburse ourselves for that contract. Now, I do believe it was more than 10 grand, but that's kind of what I'm going to give myself for that. We ended up making it to September over here with all our generators going. We ended up with like 22, I think it was like 22,000, maybe less by the time we were done. I don't quite remember because I'm jumping back and forth between series, but when we woke up, we had a nice chunk of change going. And first thing I want to do is I want to come over here and I want to get this stone going. Now, all that should funnel into our lime production facility. Maybe I may have to move it. I think just because it's like raised up that it was kind of glitching. Maybe it'll go. No. It's going to make me sit there. Really? That's kind of weird. I didn't think it would make me sit here and wait through this whole process. It didn't on my testing of this. Yeah, as soon as I get off, it immediately stops. I wonder if that's because it is raised up in the air. I wonder if I move it. Let's try to do that. Move it forward a little bit. No, it keeps wanting to stop. Oh well. I guess we will sit here and let this do its thing for a moment. But at least this way we've got some lime being produced, so I can't be mad at that. But today, I want to check out the contracts and see what we got going. And then I really want to get our field mode. I do believe it's ready, and I do need to pick up a windrower beforehand. Unfortunately, I think I'm only going to be able to make grass bells, but that's not really too big of a deal. But let me go ahead and check on the used market, because I have not got to do that yet. Maybe there's a... What is the cheapest wrapper that we can buy? And I was looking in the wrong place for this last time. So we could get that for 16. I would like to get that. We may actually pick that up later in this episode and just turn those bales to silage. But let me pick up a windrower because we definitely need that to be able to mow. I don't think I'm going to be able to go too big. Nor do I want to spend all my money at this point. But a bigger windrower would definitely help. Wait a second. Did I not put that mod on here? Ah, bummer, dude. I had the rake, or the windrower that's also a tedder mod, and apparently I did not turn it on. So, that's 8.4 meter. That's actually not bad for 20 grand. 3.6. That's kind of looking like our better deal. Well, that's an 8.2 for... How much is that? 19,000? Okay, I think this may be the go-to. That's a 9, but that's like 6 grand more. You know what? We will go with this one. Actually, first, before I do that, let's get it to deliver here. That should work. And then let's pick this up. We are going to change the working speed. Remember, this whole playthrough is going to be nothing but grinding to get 1 billion as fast as we can. So whether that's increasing the working speed or anything. So Okay, I think we're good there. Let me make sure this production is on, so that way we do have lime. Okay, it is producing. Cool. So let me go ahead and hook up the mower. And I guess let's get to mowing right away. I want to get this field knocked out as quick as possible. So that way we can... Maybe... You know what? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me check the contracts out, and maybe I can hire out a couple workers to start doing some jobs. Yeah, that's not looking very good. Spraying, I would have to pick up some herbicide. Same with fertilizing, I would have to pick up fertilizer. I could do this. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, so much for that idea. I was going to say we get a couple contracts rolling with some hired help while we are doing this, and we'd end up making quite a bit more money quicker. So let us unfold this. Now, I had already started this, so I'm not going to go back over that. And I got to leave my space, some space, so I don't run off the map here. Kind of looks like you could just roll off into this hill. So let's fire this puppy up, and let's get to cutting. It would help if I lowered the thing. Good Lord. We'll get it eventually. Oh, the brakes on this thing are terrible, man. I'm literally slamming on the back key, and it is not doing anything. You know what? We're going to call that good. Lower it. And now we can cut. There we go. I don't think... if I come back from the opposite way, I can get this strip that I'm driving on. Not really a big deal, but I'd like to capitalize on as much as we possibly can. So that would be nice. This thing kind of cuts funny. Or it's my game, but it looks like it's like glitching through this. Oh, that's a tree. I wonder what that's looking like on the camera point of view, or the recording. On my game, it looks like it's just glitching back and forth as we cut this. Kind of goofy. But this is going to take us a while, so let's go ahead and turn on the radio, and let's get this field knocked out. Okay, I am not a fan of this baler at all. It has to go. Like, we have to figure that out right away. Uh, I have to hit a button every time I want to unload with this thing. And yeah, it took me a minute to figure that out. Not gonna lie. But let's go ahead and park this thing. And I'm going to figure out the quickest way possible to get rid of that. Now, when we were just looking in the contracts, I seen that there were some fertilizing jobs, and it got me kind of thinking, what if I... Come on, drop that. What if I lease a fertilizer, and then we go knock these fields out? Kind of my thought, anyway. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but I mean, it's better than nothing. And it looks like all these fields aren't very big at all. And it looks like we could get away with possibly one pallet of fertilizer. If I buy a second one, it wouldn't be such a big deal. I'm just kind of worried that it's going to end up glitching on us like it did before. I'm hoping not, but I guess I'll find out. Let's take a look here. So this does 42 meters, and I think our tractor should operate that no problem. How much is that? Oh, wait a minute. I think we might go with this. Well, that holds more. That holds fertilizer and lime, and that's really all we're going to use it for. And it's cheaper. Ah, but it only does 18 meters. This one doesn't tell me. That does 27. I mean, I could lease one of those. You know what? I think I will. So the difference between this is what it can hold. So this one will do manure, which I probably won't do manure at all. I think we will pick this up. I think I will lease this out. Let's change the working speed. We're rocking the camo. I'll have it hold 40,000 liters. That should be enough for any field I do, and plus we can change it up. Now, let's change this to black. That was supposed to be the ladder. Apparently I cannot change the ladder color. It's kind of goofy. What is the difference here? We'll go US. And let us finance this. So 6 months. You know what? Let us do... We could do 1 year. That's not going to hurt us. We should be fine. And then let us pick some fertilizer up. 1,000 liters. I didn't know if any of these were bigger than the others. This'll do. So we've got $10,000. Let us pick up... I don't want to do too much. Let's start off with... We'll get 2,000 liters. And if we gotta buy more, we'll buy more. That's not a big deal. You can finance fertilizer? I mean, I guess it makes sense. There we go. Alright, and before I forget, let us accept these contracts. So we're gonna start with this one. Accept contract. Accept contract. What do you mean? Ah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, we didn't have any out, other than the ones that failed on us. And let's accept this one. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fertilizing. Hopefully it shouldn't be too big of a deal, though. And hopefully this tractor pulls this spreader. I hope. I'm crossing my fingers here. Although, you know, I've been wrong before. So, this is at the top of the map. That's kind of in the middle of the map. And so is that. I think if we head to this one first, that we'll be able to hit the other one on the way, and we should be fine. But let me head over to the field, and I will meet you over there. Alrighty, we made it over here to the field, and I've already got our auto steer set up, so this shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let us go ahead and... Nope, nope, nope. That one. Thank you. Appreciate it, game. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal to knock these out. Now, something else I am working on. I think I'm going to be running possibly 3 separate series at a time. And I'm working on kind of like an old school series. But with the old school series, it's going to be pretty much we start with all old equipment. Very, very vanilla. That's the best way I can put it. And our main objective is pretty much start off as old school as possible, old tractors, old plows. We're not going to change any of the working speed. We're not going to use any unrealistic mods. And our goal is to climb our way up to become like a modernized farmer with modern equipment. I think that's kind of the way I'm going at it. I think it would be a lot of fun to do. But tell me what you guys think of that idea. And then also, what do you guys think about, running multiple series at a time? Are you guys cool with that? You guys don't care? I'm kind of looking at it as we can... contract complete. Let's go. And I think this other field is right down the road. But kind of making the channel so it's not just focused around 1 or 2 separate series. And we can mix up a variety of things and just grind those out. Because I had mentioned in my Montana Cattle Ranch series that I don't want to burn myself out. Like, I kind of did that with the Mega Farm series, and I don't know. I was enjoying the series, but at the same time, I was just grinding the same series over and over again. And so far, I'm very happy with the way these series are going, and I just don't want to burn myself out grinding the same series. But tell me what you guys think. Do you guys have an opinion or a thought on that? Would love to know. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to have to get some more fertilizer. Not a big deal, but I don't think we're going to be able to finish the last field. I don't even know if we're going to be able to finish this field, to be completely honest with you. What kind of pattern is this? You know what? I might as well just close off this circle. Not a big deal. I'm actually really surprised how well this tractor's pulling this lime spreader. It's doing a fantastic job right now. Like, it pulls it very, very well. And contract complete. So we have 700 liters left. And, yeah, we got to go all the way across the map again. So, let me head over there and I'll meet you there. So, it looks like we're pulling into the field now. And I will say, this map is absolutely beautiful. Like, just coming over to this field, I thought that was so cool the way they've got that designed. Like, you take this back road just to get to this field, and then you pass, like, a creek and everything else. Very, very well done. Now, I did just read a post from the creator of this map, and prayers go out to that guy, because I guess he's his daughter ended up having leukemia or something tragic, like very bad happened to her. And I guess people have been complaining that there are bugs on this map. He just hasn't been able to get to them. But that's kind of unfortunate. But on this old school series that I want to do, I think I'm going to wait till the new Kentucky map comes out because I want to incorporate some logging on it as well. That's one thing I really haven't messed with much, and that was before I really had the controls down. And when I first tried it, I absolutely hated it, only because the fact of I was having a very difficult time trying to operate anything. But I want to kind of give it another go. I mean, it's mainly going to be focused around farming, but how do I put it? But I want to be able to incorporate a few other things that we haven't done. And that was contract complete. So let us go ahead and turn those in. Boom. So that's 6,200. Nice. Another 4 grand and another 4 grand. We will take that. And that puts us up to 20 grand. Now I just got to figure out how we can get enough to... it won't let me oh, it did let me refresh the contracts. Let's go. You know what? There's another one we can do. And that's about it. You know what? I'm going to take that too. Accept contract. I will have to buy some more lime. I'll have it delivered at the field. And I lost my thought process there. But yeah, what do you guys think of that type of series? I've really been trying to think it out and trying to design another map for that type of playthrough, but I don't want to do multiple series if you guys just want to see, you know, the 1 or 2 series at a time. Oh, sweet, we were right here. Let me go ahead and make it to where we can have a pallet delivered to us, because we're definitely going to need one more. Am I actually going to make money on this? Now that I'm looking at... yeah, I'm going to make a little bit. I'll make about $1 grand. Plus we'll have a little fertilizer left over. Not a big deal. I knew this was a cheap contract, but I didn't know it was that cheap. I should put the... leave the engine running setting back on, honestly. I think that would help a lot. This tractor starts kinda slow. Let's get over here. Boom. Also, what are you guys thinking of this series so far? I know I have one person that's not a fan of it. I can tell you that. But other than that, what are you guys thinking of the Fields to Fortune series? I've seen it from another YouTuber, and that's where I got the idea. But they kind of did it when the game first came out, and like they didn't have hardly any. Or I don't even think he had any mods at the time. So it was like a. I don't even think he finished the series. But I got the idea from him, and I was like, you know what? That might be kind of fun to try. But what are you guys thinking of it so far? Also, I would like to add, if you guys have any good production ideas, like, you know, some game-changing, not necessarily game-changing, but some really good productions that we could put up, I would love to hear your guys' idea on that. Because I've learned a few... like good methods to do things, but you know, I would like to hear what you, if any of you guys have got any good productions you've set up, whether it's growing something from the greenhouse and producing something with it and it's making you bank, or like, how do I put it, like the whole debris crusher turning it into lime. I learned from watching a video, and I never thought of that, nor did I know we had that possibility. So, like, I'm always trying to learn something new about this game. So if you guys got any cool production ideas or, some really good money making methods, comment down below. Would love to know. Maybe I can, put them into the series. I think that would be pretty cool. But let us go ahead and get back to the farm, and I will meet you over there. Alright, scratch that idea of going to the farm. We had another contract pop up for fertilizing, and it was pretty much on our way back, so I figured might as well grab it. But I do think we're going to have to buy some more fertilizer. I don't think I'm going to be able to knock this field out with the 700 I have. Hopefully it'll get us far enough to where we only need to buy one more pallet. I'm kind of hoping for that because this contract's worth like $7 grand. So it'll definitely help out the bank account. And we may actually be able to pick up a bale wrapper after this. It's kind of my hope. In worst case scenario, if I gotta finance a bale wrapper, I might, but I may also wait until next month, October, because there should be quite a few harvesting contracts, and that should be some really, really good money we can make off of those. So I may just wait one more month. Like, these fertilizing contracts are quick, but they don't pay the greatest. But at the same time, we're kind of just starting out, so I'll take what I can get. Ooh, we're so close to being able to do this. We're at 90% with 130 liters left. Come on, give me that complete. Give me that green light so we don't have to buy another pallet. Boom, finished it with 63 liters left of solid fertilizer. That is a win in my book. So let us complete this contract. And that puts us up to almost 29,000. Let me check the market one more time for a bale wrapper and see if there's anything worth grabbing. Oh, we could pick up one of these, and I have not used one of these. So I take it the unrealistic version is just the increased bale size. And then, dang, it costs an extra $500 to do the camouflage. I guess I'm not doing that. We will keep the bale wrap though. And there goes our money again. But we've got a bale wrapper now, so that's a win. So let me go ahead and get back to the farm, and we will wrap these bales up. I kind of forgot that we had fertilizer delivered to a different field. And when I purchased this wrapper, this bale wrapper, it put it over there, and it took me a minute to find it on the map. I was like, where'd it go? So let us unfold this. Wait a minute, it didn't come with bale wrap? What kind of deal is that? We purchased that. Oh, we just got robbed. We just got robbed for $1,200. Oh, this game sometimes. Okay, that thing's quick. What? No, we don't want manual. We want automatic. There we go. That baler that I currently have has got to go. Like, that was not fun having to try to figure all that out. And you're constantly having to hit the Y button just to open and close the baler once it's done. But at least this way it got me a start, so I can't really complain too much. But you can always complain at something, right? or complain about something. And I gotta save this bale. Where'd it go? Just use my Hercules power there. You know, for never using this thing before, this thing works pretty dang good. That's like super quick. I wonder if we get a fast baler and then we use this on the side. I think that might be a nice winning combo. Or we eventually sell this and the baler and we just get the I want to say it's versatile. Maybe it's the versatile spreader. Or not spreader, but baler. And we just get that. I don't know. We'll play with it. We'll see what we decide in the end. But I think that's where we're going to call it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.